Oh my God, something very important. Oh my God, we have to talk about this. Nigerian courts, any lawyer, any judges, any alagbara Nigeria, na beg with a beg now. Babafemi Ojudu, who was the former presidential advisor, political advisor to President Buhari, post for him page. I had to go to the page. I like it. I say facts. He said we'll be in this Nigeria one day. A judge will grant order for a husband so that the wife cannot ask him for school fees. I repeat, the man say one day we will sit down in this Nigeria. A sitting judge will grant order that a husband should not pay when the wife asks him for school fees. That's where we are going, no? So here we are now. Now don't forget now what you do for inside this in a court. We spoil Nigeria 31 years ago. All these judges. Now don't start again. Now beg with the beg una man. All these the lawyers who they employ on themselves, lawyer to carry this kind of case, go meet any judge. You are seeing that this case is going to destroy your country. Is this case to move the constitution forward? Is there a constitutional precedence that people want to unlock with this case? I don't see. This is what capitalism does. When you add capitalism to the law.
To ara ò ní tán lé alára o a tún ti gbé mi ìdè gẹ́gẹ́ bí ìṣe tiwa èyí tí mo wá gbédè yìí ọ̀rọ̀ tó ní ṣe pẹ̀lú tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ láwọn agbègbè àti láwọn ìpínlẹ̀ kọ̀ọ̀kan ni bó bá ti yá yín àròyẹnu tèmi kọ́ lẹ fẹ́ gbọ́ ẹ já lọ gbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu àwọn tó ní ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ yìí bàbá wa padà dé ká tẹ̀síwájú lórí ètò ó ti yá.
We need to talk to Nigerian judges. Na beg we dey. Now beg we dey. See, first of all, let me tell you something. When if you don't forget, a man called Francis Arthur Nzeribe, claiming that he was representing an organization called Association for Better Nigeria, ABN, went to court in 1993, and a Nigerian court, everybody blamed Babangida. Everybody they say Babangida. It was a Nigerian court with a Nigerian judge sitting there, a professional judge. We don't learn law. When I tell you people about the Nigerian professionals, when I tell you that the Nigerian professional is the number one enemy of this country, that until there's a shift in consciousness in the psyche of the Nigerian professional, if there's no shift in that consciousness that is so selfish, that has been made by the elites, the Nigerian professional is a product of the Nigerian elites. They mold him, they create him, they educate him with virus of individuality. All of us get them. Me too, I've been get them. But you must consciously exorcise the spirit out of you, because they educate it strongly. If they tie them strong into all of us, my brothers and sisters, that selfishness, this man went up and a judge granted him an order to annul the election. Now that order, Babangida stand on top. Without that order, Babangida had no footing. Everybody agrees saying that Babangida orchestrate time, whatever. But if those professionals did not agree to do it, if that judge, now 2024, what happened after that? We paid for it. We are still paying for it as Nigerians. That judge are not in children. I don't know where they did. Their life, I'm sure, is rosy. Except ancestors must still punish them if their life is rosy. Francis Arthur Nzeribe, did he face anything? Nothing in their life. But look at what hundreds of millions of people are going through today based on that. You understand? So now you go, fast forward now, 1993, 30 years, 31 years later, 2004, we have judges now in Nigeria casting election, calling this one down, election this one. Look at River State election. Look at what judges are doing. Babafemi Ojudu, who was the former presidential advisor, political advisor to President Buhari, post for him page. I had to go to the page. I liked it. I say facts. He said we'll be in this Nigeria one day. A judge will grant order for a husband so that the wife cannot ask him for school fees. I repeat, the man say, one day we will sit down in this Nigeria, a sitting judge will grant order that a husband should not pay when the wife asks him for school fees. That's where we are going, you know. So here we are now. Now don't forget now what you do for inside this court. We spoil Nigeria 31 years ago. All these judges. Now don't start again. Now beg with the beg una man. All these the lawyers who they employ on themselves, lawyer to carry this kind of case, go meet any judge. You are seeing that this case is going to destroy your country. Is this case to move the constitution forward? Is there a constitutional precedence that people want to unlock with this case? I don't see. This is what capitalism does. When you add capitalism to the law, now people are being paid to do the law. The judge is paid to be a judge. Lawyer is paid to law. They all sit down there. It's money that is controlling what is justice. Can money ever control or tell you the truth about anything? Money is the biggest liar. Money is a deceiver. Now we put money in our judge, put money in our lawyer, put money in the court. And we are surprised. Any lawyer, any judges, any alagbara Nigeria, na beg with the beg now. Na beg with the beg now. Because you people, the decisions you people are making, you know, it's crazy. Anyway, like say, you know, like nobody cares about African people, man. Especially about professionals. And you people become professionals to develop Africa. Your skill is for Africa to develop. Why are you a professional? I don't know. Anyway, so let's look at this, our societies post-World War II. You know, socialist principles help so many Africans to develop, so many Asians. So now we are in the hands of. So I want to ask, who did this socialism fail? Because throughout growing up, socialism failed, Joe. Socialism failed, Joe. So I go back, I'm doing the research, and I look at the numbers. Socialism took away the rights. So the socialism will take your rights. Your freedom to choose. Your freedom to choose. You know, the only freedom capitalism they give us to choose is choose what to consume. 100 different type of restaurants. Right? You can choose to eat from 100 different type of restaurants. But you must first have money in your pocket. And that in that one you have no choice. In that one you have no choice. It's not your decision whether there's money in your pocket or not. But socialism, everything is your choice. But you won't have 100 restaurants to choose from. You will not have 100 restaurants. But the choice of whether money is in your pocket or not will be yours. You see the choice, Swifty? So I literally look like, who did this? What rights? They say socialism took away, will take away the rights. Which rights? Which rights? You have to look at it and think. You can't look at which rights. Who get the rights? Did African people have any rights before World War II or after World War II? Did we have any rights in this world? No. Did the Chinese people have rights? No. Did the South Americans have rights? No. Did the Native Americans have rights? No. Did the Aboriginals have rights? No. So how did we begin to have rights? When did we start to vote? Because capitalism was controlling this world for 300 years before the Second World War. 300 good years. But we Africans could not vote. Asians could not vote or control their countries. Aboriginals, South Americans, Native Americans. Who are the people with the rights that socialism came to take away? The oppressors. The right of the oppressor to oppress was what socialism removed and gave us rights. Now everybody is speaking their mouth. We are talking like we are the oppressors. We think we want to be oppressors. That is the focus of capitalism. You know, I'll be through with my lessons quick today because I need to go get ready to get out of here at the Go Milan. This is the crux of capitalism. Somebody asked another big question. China, VDM just drug ban. Good for him. Good for him. And I will say his one categorically. He did not tell me anything. I did not hear anything. I don't know. I've not even watched it. He dropped. I don't know what he dropped. Let me just say it now, because next thing now they'll say Seun is the one. I don't know which he dropped. What did he drop? He said he don't drop another bam. Somebody say, is socialism the same as communism? No. Communism is European interpretation of socialism. Is the Marxist communism is the Marxist interpretation of socialism. Don't get me wrong. Russia, Soviet Union did not practice Marxism. They call this communism, but it was state capitalism, Stalinism, really. You know, no true. But I've not really seen the state that really has really followed Marx's idea, because Marx's idea does not call for state capitalism. If you read the Communist Manifesto, as written by Karl Marx, you understand that Stalin betrayed the ideology of Marxism. You know, but we are socialists. We are not communists. We are scientific socialists based on African principles. You know, based on African principles. You know. So, like, we did not need Karl Marx in Africa. We did not know Karl Marx in Africa when the society made sure that all our grandfathers were homeowners. I always use that one as an example. You know, if my age mate, 40, everybody that is in my generation, your grandfather is a homeowner. And it didn't work for anybody to build that house. Africa gets socialist. Our culture is socialist. We share, we build together, we date together. Chinua Achebe said in his book, it is not because all of us cannot see the moon from our compound that we all gather in the square to look at it together. Because Africans, every evening, we gather after we walk, you know, we gather, everybody enjoy themselves. You know, that was how Africans used to live. You understand? So Chinua Achebe said, it's not because we cannot see the moon from our compound. Everybody visit their compound, see her. But we all choose to come together and enjoy the beauty and share the beauty. You know, Africans believe in sharing. Yeah. Anyway. So now, let me get to this topic. One of the tenets of black capitalists, one of their biggest, how will I put it, discussion, one of their biggest characteristics, yes, is to say money ain't a thing. For Nigeria, they say money na water. Money na waiting, money na water. One of the first things you must show if you get money as black person is that money means nothing. That in fact, that money is for wasting. The more you can waste it, the more you have it. Abi Adelai. When you see young people, they take champagne, wash hand, they pour champagne for head. That is them wasting money to show us. They go buy all this obnoxious chain. Person get 1 chain, 2 chain, 3 chain, 4 chain, 5 chain, 6 chains. The more chain, obnoxious, ugly chains, ugly. Wasting the money. That is the sign that you have the money. But there's a rule. They can only waste that money on European things. They are only allowed to waste that money, to show that If you ask them, they say, okay, where's that money building school now? That your chain, those your things. They can build school, they can build hospital. Where's the money on African people? Now that's they go on account. Go and meet any of these rich men now where they waste money anyhow for Nigeria. Go tell them, say, oh, you won't do one school. Now that time now, everybody want account. They want to know how that school. They want to know how that school will bring their returns. The champagne where you wash, where you take they wash your hand, I think they bring you returns. The waste of money where they waste everywhere, they throw away money for sky. How is that bringing you returns? They only ask for returns on that one. They ask for returns on that one. But when it comes to Africa, say, so yeah, this behavior, imagine if all these rich men were behaving like this in housing. Just wasting money on housing, wasting money on transportation, wasting money on healthcare. We will be where we are today. We will be where we are today. They go say now their money and they can do anything they want with it. Very good. I like that because Dr. Amos Wilson say, why is it that it's only the African that thinks that freedom is the right to do anything, and that anything that he wants to do is to make Europeans rich? I repeat, why is it that it's only Africans that say that they have the freedom is the right to do anything they like, but that anything they like that they always say is to make the European rich? Why? Why? So this is the difference. If you look at the Arab world, right? If you look at the Arab world, the big flex of the Arab boys is their carelessness in developing. When it comes to development, go look the projects what they do for you, Dubai. The kind of projects that they do for Saudi Arabia. Stupid projects where we say nobody go on do and say this kind of waste of money is this. That is how those Arab boys are wasting money. That's in our own car and all those things. Oyibo go dash you now. If you are spending that real money on development, Oyibo that wants the contract to come and develop your country will dash you Ferrari. There's still a documentary I watch on BBC on Aramco, the Saudi oil company. When the Saudi boys then give the contract to BP, British Petroleum, it was a 400 billion in a year, 400 billion pounds developmental project for Saudi Arabia. The development of Saudi Arabia from an agrarian society to the first world society we are seeing today cost them 400 billion. Nigerian rich men have wasted that on BBL and drink and party for Nigeria, champagne drinking and Owambe wedding, all those things. In Lagos they say that time, I don't think it don't increase now because Naira don't drop. When Naira still strong, they say the budget of weddings in Lagos alone every weekend was 5 billion naira. Every weekend we were spending 5 billion. That time dollar was 150 to 1. That's $5 million every week on wedding alone, not birthday, just wedding. We are balling our future away. So 400 billion and these Saudi boys give BP. We're going to pay Saudi government 400 billion. So they say hold that 400 billion. We'll be sending you contractors to develop our country. Now that money, Saudi Arabia, turn Saudi Arabia to a first world country that we see today, right? Within that, there was about their minister, one of the king brothers said there was about $50 billion of corruption. Say, but out of 400 billion, that's, we 400 billion, we enjoy 50. But how did they enjoy this 50? They were just calling for cars. They don't burn BP well. Those were, give us this car, give us this house. They were just giving them. But their country was still being built and developed because those guys wanted them to give them the contract. They had to dash them all these things. Wetin be una own? We be say both the contract, both the gift, no one. Contract na go pay am. Share with them. The gift wey they give una sef, only na go pay am. So where is the flex on development? Where is the flex on development? So we cannot complain as capitalists when capitalism is capitalizing. It is called capitalism for a reason. It must capitalize. So brothers and sisters in Ghana, you know, right now I see you fighting Ghana Water Limited, fighting your government. But how are you fighting them? Because if you are fighting them as capitalists, then you are fighting yourself. Because what is happening in our countries today in Africa is what capitalism must do. So if you are a capitalist, you don't have the right to complain. You don't have the right to complain. Because first of all, they tell you now, you cannot be a capitalist without capital. You cannot be a capitalist without capital. Africa in itself has no capital to compete in this game of capitalism. We must seek cooperation within ourselves instead of competition within ourselves. Now the only thing we carry us come up for this nonsense be that. But all of now, you know, this idea of over-consuming when they don't sell to us, and I feel saying I can consume in a way out of oppression. It can't happen. So please, we must shift our consciousness. The Nigerian professionals, trust me, the choices of capitalism, yes, it look like, but majority of us will never attain it. They use that to deceive you, like, oh, yeah, everybody will get there. Everybody work hard. You will work hard till you die. Hundreds of millions have worked hard till they died before you. That's where religion comes in. Religion is the one that will not give you you are special. Yes, everybody is failing. But you see, you, God love you separate from the way He love the rest. Your own blessing. Oh, my brother, I want to lie. We must socialize so that we will move together. Nobody is special. We will move together. You are not more special than anybody. So, thank you very much for joining this live. You know, we need socialism. The only people socialism has failed in Africa when it was strong was the descendants of slave traders, the colonialist agents. Socialism has never failed the people. Every socialist principle is what educated Awolowo's socialist principles. Now he educated all these leaders with the Southwest. They will come from poor homes. All this, majority of them. Only few of them are the linchpins that came from slave trading families with money. Many of these our politicians today went to free universities. They went to free secondary school, free primary school. In that same country, these same people that are pricing things out of the reach of the poor today. Because they themselves, I mean, a man like Fashola, he see himself what education can do to a man, what free education can do. He sees it in himself. So why will he want that for other people's children? So they preside over the privatization and capitalization of those things that will make us free, because it made them free. Free housing, free education, subsidized transportation, free school, the school feeding programs made them free to be who they are in Nigeria today. So they know the power of socialism. They know the power. So they must lie to you. They must convince you to be your own enemy. They can't do the work by themselves. If you are doing it for them, the better. Are you fighting this fight as a socialist, or are you fighting it as a capitalist? The choice is yours.